Hi guys, how you doing? My name is Lena and welcome to another video. So, as every other month, I wanted to show you some of the new books that are releasing next month. I have to say that this one is quite hard because there are not that many books, and I don't know if it's because of the virus, but there's some weird things with the dates that I don't really know. When I get to those books, I will tell you, because Goodreads says one thing, Google says another thing. So it's a bit confusing, but let's just get started. So as always, we're going to start by the beginning of the month. In this case, it's the 5th of May. And by the way, I'm recording in here because I have my laptop here, and it's so heavy that I am completely unable to record and hold it at the same time. So it's on the floor. I'm part of the floor gang now. So yeah, that's why we are in this weird angle. The first book that I have for the 5th of May, I almost said March, is The Notorious Virtues by Alwyn Hamilton. And this is a YA fantasy that revolves around this family. They're kind of merchants, they're pretty rich, and they were living their best life. But one day, our main protagonist finds her mother dead in an alley. They start to lose money, they start to lose their businesses, and they are basically drawn to this magical tournament so they can regain the power for their family. It sounds quite interesting. I don't know. It sounds really good. I'm kind of excited for this one. I discovered it just like a couple of days ago. It sounds pretty great. So also on the 5th of March, why am I obsessed with March? Of May, we have The Kingdom of Liars by Nick Martell. This is a adult fantasy and it revolves around a main character named Michael. 10 years ago, he was branded a murderer because he was accused of the murder of the emperor's son, king's son, something along those lines. And he was kind of outcast, and now he's back. But yeah, of course, there was something wrong with the murder, and he supposedly didn't do it. But yeah, the cool thing about this book, and that caught my attention, was the fact that in this world, the coin is memories, and it sounds quite interesting, I have to say. But yeah, apparently it's also the way to gain magical powers, to use your memories. I don't know, it sounds really interesting. Then, continuing with the 5th, we also have Aurora Burning by Amy Coffin and Jay Kristoff. These authors are the authors of the Illuminate Files, and I have to say that I haven't read the first book. This is actually the sequel, and I'm probably not going to, but in case you're interested, this is a YA science fiction novel. The only thing that I know about the first one is that they have this kind of space academy and they find this sleeping girl just there driving through space. The continuation comes out on the 5th of May. Then, this is where it gets confusing. I found this book called Lobizona by Romina Gaber. In Google, it says that it's coming out on the 5th of May, but on Goodreads, the date is the 4th of August. So I don't know if maybe this was pushed back or if the date here is wrong. I don't know, but I wanted to let you know just in case. Then, because the 5th is the day, we also have the Mermaid, the Witch and the Sea by Magi Tokuda Hall. This is a YA fantasy LGBT+, and it has pirates. We are going to follow Flora, and she is dressed up as a boy so she can basically enter into this boat. Well, the ship, not this boat. And at the same time, she is going to meet this other girl called Lady Evelyn, who is actually on her way to this arranged marriage. And they are going to ally because apparently in this ship they have a captured mermaid and they are trying to set her free. It doesn't sound bad. Then we also have on the 5th the fifth entry to the Murder Boat Diaries by Martha Wells. This is called The Network Effect. If you don't know, the Murder Boat Diaries are actually really short novellas that follow this road called Murder Boat. And these are really good science fiction novels. If you have the chance to read some of them, I will highly recommend it. This fifth book is actually a full-length novel. It's not like the previous one. The previous ones are just like 100 and something pages long. They are really, really short novellas. But this one is actually a full-length standalone, which is really, really cool. Then finally changing a bit. On the 7th of May, we have Burn by Patrick Ness. This is a standalone novel, for what I understand, about dragons. It's actually a YA fantasy. So this novel is actually set in 1956, and we are going to follow Sarah. She's going to contract this blue dragon to work on her farm, but sooner rather than later, she is going to find out that she is actually part of a prophecy. She's going to get involved with this murder and actually this cult about adoring dragons. It's so weird, but it sounds so good. I have never read anything by Patrick Ness, actually. This is maybe the way to go. I don't know, it sounds good. It sounds good. Then on the 12th of May, we have Catherine House by Elizabeth Thomas. And this is a kind of mystery fiction novel that I like and I want to read because apparently it's a pretty gothic tale and I really like that ambience. The summary for this book is absurdly long, so I'm not going to tell you that because I personally think that thrillers or mystery novels are so much better when you know less about them. So I'm going to tell you these two sentences are in here that were basically what captivated me to actually be looking forward to this book. It says, "You are in the house, and the house is in the woods. You are in the house, and the house is in you." And I love tales about creepy houses. There's nothing better than that. Then, also on the 12th of May, we have House of Dragons by Jessica Cluess. This is a YA fantasy, also about dragons. We are just having a dragon comeback, and it's so fascinating. Oh, I'm so excited. We are going to have these 5 royal houses competing for the throne of this empire. And of course, we're going to follow a set of characters. They're going to be a liar, a soldier, a servant, a thief, and a murderer. And I don't know, it sounds super interesting. I've been I've been watching out for this book for a while. There were a number of arcs going through there, and I don't know, it sounds really good. I'm so excited to read this one. This is one that I'm for sure going to read. I love books with tournaments or competitions or stuff like that. They are so fascinating to me. I don't know. On the 12th, we have another book. This is a bit of a stretch, but it's called Dracula's Child by J.S. Barnes. And this might be an incredible book, or this may be total garbage. There's only those two ways with Dracula retellings and stuff like that. There's just those options. But yeah, this is more like a sequel to Dracula, which actually already exists, technically, and it's called Dracula, but doesn't matter. This is supposed to be a sequel to Dracula, and we are going to follow just Mina and Jonathan trying to raise their child and survive the trauma from the past, but we're going to have this naturalist bring in some new species of bats to London, and I'm pretty sure you understand what's going to happen. Then we have one book that I'm so excited for. Oh my goodness. This is coming out on the 12th also, and it's called Devolution by Max Brooks. If you don't know Max Brooks, he is actually the author of Where We'll See, which is one of my favorite standalones because, man, that book is fantastic. This is going to be a pretty easy one to make a summary because this book is about Max Brooks' takes on Bigfoot. Yeah. But yeah, this is in essential a fantasy fiction horror novel, and I'm sure that I'm going to love it. So, of course, on the 19th of May, we have the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by I almost said Susan Denard, by Suzanne Collins. And this is a highly anticipated book. I mean, it's a prequel to the Hunger Games. So, the only weird thing is that it's following President Snow, apparently, in his way to power, but I don't know, maybe it's actually going to be fantastic. It is actually being confirmed that it's going to have a film a film adaptation. So yeah, who knows? I'm quite excited for it. I'm like 100% going to read it just to kind of get back in the nostalgia, because I haven't reread The Hunger Games like never. So I'm kind of excited to try. So on the 26th of May, we have Out of Body by Jeffrey Ford. This is a horror mixed with fantasy, mixed with a thriller. And this is following a young librarian, and she is the witness of this murder. And she actually has sleep paralysis, and it just goes out of control after this murder. And I'm guessing that we are going to have some sleep paralysis monsters, but yeah, it sounds interesting. I might check this out just to see if it's actually good. And it's actually pretty short, only 176 pages. Also on this day, we have Of Silver and Shadow by Jennifer Runke. I have already read this book. Actually, I read it in December through an arc from NetGalley, and I will have to say that it's a pretty good representation of classic YA. I don't think that there was nothing outstanding about it, but it does the tropes well. That's basically it. We're going to follow two main points of view. One will be this kind of rebellious teenager, of course, that has these amazing magical powers. And the main other one is going to be actually a soldier in the castle that this previous character is trying to take down. So yeah, it's pretty standard, but it's actually quite nice. Then we're going to leave on another weird date. This is The Doors of Eden by Adrian Chepkowski. And this apparently comes out on August 20th, but Google said to me that it's actually coming out this next month. So I don't fucking understand. But yeah, Adrian Chepkowski is a pretty well-known author because of his fantasy books and his science fiction books, especially those last one, because oh my god, Children of Time is from another world. But yeah, this book is set around the premise of different realities and the fact that one of the monsters from another realities come kind of here. It's a pretty weird premise, but for me, it sounds amazing, and I can't wait to read this one. Actually, I'm going to be so sad if this doesn't actually come out this month, but yeah. So those were basically all the books that I have here to show you. I didn't find much, actually. I don't know, maybe May is just like a pretty chill publication month, but yeah, those were basically all the books that I had here to show you. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!